Go.
Hi, I'm Zara, and I was in charge of making the rotational device for it, and I'm going to show you how I designed it.
Cool.
So it started off with just a brainstorming and a sketch of how we can make the robot. So this is the first little design of it that I ever made. We've got like a claw that will go into the pole, and then a gear that can rotate around it. Yep. So from there, I kind of went straight into prototyping, and I started off by making a paper plate version of it, just to see, how it can fit into the pole, and obviously just have a little play with it.
Is there more information in that book?
Yeah. And then I also had a little play around with, the shapes it can be. I figured that the arm that holds the pole is only really going to need to rotate 90 degrees. So there was an opportunity for us to only make it, a quarter of a circle. But I think in the end we did end up going with a full circular, just so it gives a bit more give into going into the pole. This was just a bit more of extra designing parts of it. So we had a look at how the gears are going to go onto it, and also creating a lip. So the gears can be thicker, and the main plate of it can be thinner, and it will also be able to house in a bearing.
All right. Cool. So you start off with a paper plate?
Yeah, so I started off with a paper plate, and then I went on to just making a design of it without any of the cogs and stuff, and decided that, can I touch it?
Yeah.
I'm wanting to round off the corners to be able to, in case our bot doesn't exactly line it up perfectly, it will be able to slide in place. And then I moved on to starting to measure out the cogs of these gears here. So I took measurements for them, and then put them into Fusion 360 and started designing them, which moves me on to this one here. So I've added cogs to this one here, as well as a hole that will be able to line up with the lever, as well as being, hopefully in the future, be able to hold a bearing. So the first issue with this one here is that I made the gears too big, and also the wrong shape, so they did not fit. And a solution for that was I just had a bit of a play around to see if I can get the gears the right shape, and just made a little piece of it, and in the end they managed to fit perfectly, which I was really happy about.
Good.
But unfortunately I did still print it incorrectly, and they did not fit again, which was unfortunate. But in the latest version, I've made the final changes, and they will fit perfectly in this one here.
So it's on there at the moment, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you want to show us how it meshes?
Yeah, so this is the latest version of it, and will be one of our final prints. And as we can see here, it does fit perfectly into it. This is a part of the bot at the moment. So
what's this bit?
So this bit is a paddle, and I designed this to house in a gear underneath, that, when this rotates, it will be able to...
Do you want to grab the remote?
Yeah, which one is it?
It's left and right on your left hand, these two, and they move very fast.
Okay. So, it enables it to rotate.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and that's also casing to hold the arms and the motor.
So let's take this off, so that way you can see underneath.
Yep, so that's all it is. So this is a bearing that it can hold, so it can slide along the rim of the cog gear, and there's also another bearing in here. So that goes into this little piece of wood, which will be 3D printed in the future. And then this big brick in here, this holds onto the arm of the bot that will be able to hold the lever.
So is this the final design?
No, this is not the final design.
Have you got it on your computer?
I do.
Let's put that down.
There are a few tweaks that I needed to make to it. Yep, so I've made the rim of my final design a bit bigger. So
and you're using Fusion 360?
I am using Fusion 360, yes. Just so that it will be able to, the bearing will be able to hold into it better, and it will also be able to support the arm more than just the inside of it. And the paddle somewhere. Yep. and this is one of the final designs of the paddle. So I've made this block here bigger, so that it's taller than the motor. Yeah, that spins it pretty much. And these parts will go into here so that it can hold the bearings.
Cool. Well done.
Yep.